The fact that she had an untreated chlamydia at the time of her birth. Oh, Chrisean Dirty. Hey, nieces and nephews. It's your girl, Auntie Faye. We are back with another video. All right, y'all. So my last video about Chrisean Rock, a lot of people had some questions about the statement that I said about Chrisean Jr. being blind because Chrisean didn't want to have a C-section. She didn't want them to cut her stomach. I had my son. I had a C-section. I don't care. It was the best thing for my son for me to have a C-section, so I did it. However, when the nurses told Chrisean about if she chose to push vaginally, is that a word, vaginally? If she chose to push through her vagina, that her baby might become blind, right? They gave her an option. They can't force her, right? As a mom, if someone tells you that, right? If a nurse comes in, they tell you that, and they tell you why, what are you going to choose? Are you going to worry about the scars on your stomach? Like, what are you going to do? So there's more to this detail as to why the doctors came and told her that. All right. In the meantime, we're going to get into this clip. But before that, my name is Faye. Welcome back to The Vibe with Faye, where the talk is real, the vibes are strong, and energy never misses. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that post notification bell so you never miss another vibe. Let's get into it, nieces and nephews. Hope y'all can see this. Now it says Chrisean's sister exposed her saying she had chlamydia when she gave birth and refused a C-section. This pissed me off. So let's get to it.
The police back.
Okay.
And keep telling your baby's in danger. That's false. And you knew it was false. You knew you were wrong. But your motherly instincts kicked in. Why didn't your motherly instincts kick in day one when you gave birth? Why? Because I was there. It didn't kick in.
Mind you, I just want to go back and say that Chrisean made it seem like she was by herself in the hospital. Like, a lot of people saying she was by herself in the hospital. I didn't even know her sister was there. I mean, I felt like she could have been by herself because she gave birth on live. Somebody had to been holding the camera, or maybe the camera was propped up. But she did make it seem like nobody was there for her, okay?
When the nurses came in and told you, can they talk to you by yourself? You're like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there. Whatever's wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your motherly instincts didn't kick in. They said we had to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your motherly instincts was that then? Because you sent through that infected canal.
Did y'all hear what she said? We're gonna go back and replay that again. Did y'all hear what she said? She said they came in and told you you had chlamydia and that you shouldn't push through your vaginal canal because your child could get infected. Now, Chrisean Rock said no, right? Because she didn't want to mess up her tattoo. All right? She didn't want to mess up her look. All right? I know she doesn't mention anything about being blind, but we're going to go on Google for this because I already done pulled it up. I already done see a couple of videos on YouTube about how can a child go blind from their mother having untreated chlamydia. And baby, a child can go blind. And the child can get affected through the eyes while you pushing your baby out. Y'all, this shit's crazy. I know y'all still trying to fight for her. But who's going to fight for Junior? Huh? This shit crazy, y'all. This shit is insane. It is insane, okay? The fact that you knew that, to have untreated chlamydia. First of all, let's talk about something else right quick. When I was pregnant, okay, first of all, my baby was not a mistake. I planned for my pregnancy. I had a book out. We were testing when I was ovulating. You know, we were older. You know, I think I was like 38 when I decided to have a baby. He was 39. You know what I'm saying? We were older. Okay, right now I'll be 41. He'll be 42. We were older. Okay. So I went to the doctor. When you are pregnant, you have like appointments. Okay. Like they test you. They do all types of tests on you. And you keep going. The further you are along in your pregnancy, that's how much more you go to your doctor, your gynecologist. They check everything. They check the baby. They show you the baby. You continue to take on your prenatal pills. You're doing all of these things. You get tested early on. Actually, you get tested a few times throughout your pregnancy for any type of STDs. You get tested if your child has any type of disease. You get tested because they test you for all these things to see, like, if you have something in your family, you know that maybe your child might have Down syndrome or whatever it is. Your doctor tests you for this. The fact that she had an untreated chlamydia at the time of her birth. Oh, Chrisean dirty. Her vagina's been itching. She probably had weird TMI. She probably had a weird mucus and stuff coming out, laid out on her panties, her tight jeans, who knows? And she did nothing about it. Nothing about it. Could you imagine that? She did nothing about it until she got to the hospital to give birth and they told her she had an untreated chlamydia. Are you... Y'all don't hear that shit? All right, let's get back to it. That just lets me know that she wasn't going to the hospital. She wasn't keeping up with anything. She probably wasn't even on prenatal pill. Okay, let's continue. Oh, Lord.
Right, you did that. So don't do that. And I encourage you. I keep asking you, leave me alone. But you want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children. I'm talking about my grandbaby, like. And you know what's crazy? We will never talk about Chrisean because he's special and we really love him. And was like, don't leave without them. So you put the battery in the police bag and keep telling your baby's in danger. That's false. And you knew it was false. You knew you were wrong. But your motherly instincts kicked in. Why didn't your motherly instincts kick in day one when you gave birth? Why? Because I was there. It didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in there and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? You're like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there. Whatever's wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your motherly instincts didn't kick in. They said we gonna have to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your motherly instincts was at then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did that. So don't do that. And I encourage you. I keep asking you, leave me alone.
Baby. I don't care how much y'all try to like defend this girl. Keep defending her. Keep on. This shit is not right. All right, y'all. So if y'all can go on YouTube. I've already seen a couple of videos on this. How a untreated chlamydia can cause a child to be blind. So yes, untreated chlamydia can cause a baby to go blind from a vaginal birth if the infection is passed on to the baby eyes during delivery. Although this is rare in countries where antibiotic eye drops are given to all newborns, it can still happen if left untreated. If left untreated, the eye infection known as chlamydia conjunctivitis, okay, y'all help me with the word, or ophthalmia neon, I'm just butchering everything. Y'all see it. Can lead to permanent vision problems or blindness. Okay, how y'all feel about that? The fact that they warned her that she had it, like, as a parent, why would you even take that chance? The fact that they warned you. You was worried about a tattoo? I mean, you didn't want no scars? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, y'all. We have to stop making excuses for Chrisean. And there are people still making excuses for Chrisean. I get it. It's entertaining to see bullshit. Bullshit is entertaining. I get it. But putting your child at risk, knowing that there could be a chance of your child having some sort of issue, makes no sense. They warn her. They can't force her to do it. It's not how that works. And I found multiple videos as well. I'm gonna see if I can pull those up, of Chrisean literally wanting to get an abortion. Every time her and Blue got into an argument, she wanted to get an abortion. There's clips of her on the Zeus show, and I think it's funny that you only see her going to the doctor on the Zeus show, where she went like 2 or 3 times, and I feel like all that was fake. And she basically asked, is it too late to not have this baby? I'm telling y'all, she only had this baby because she thought it was going to keep Blue around. I have a couple of videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to post them on this right now, but let's go over here. Okay. Come on, y'all. At some point, we have to tell ourselves, like what's going on. You know what I mean? And when I tell y'all, Chrisean is like filthy. You know, she hops from one guy to the other. Now she's no longer with Bino. And listen, does she bring clout to men? Absolutely. Besides Blue, because Blue was already popular on his own. I didn't know who Bino was until she got with him. Okay. Now, let's see. There's a video of Chrisean saying she's going to keep her son off the internet, which is a lie because she didn't do it. She said she was going to keep her son off the internet, and then she absolutely did not do it. Okay. And then she said there's nothing wrong with her son.
I don't know.
Hold on. So, and then she said there is
to prove it.
Nothing wrong with her son, right? It's almost, it's like it hurts me because I feel like she knows there's something wrong with her kid. You know what I mean? And she just does nothing about it. She does nothing about it. In her head, there is nothing wrong with her son. In her head, he doesn't have a disability. He's and she's the cause of this. It's not like there was something she had that was passed on to him besides the chlamydia. It's not like there was something she had as far as like, you know how your family has, I don't know, like Down syndrome runs in the family, or this person has this, or sickle cell. Like if like for me, I have the sickle cell trait, right? If my dude had sickle cell trait, then it'll be a large percent that my son would have it full blown, right? But he doesn't have it, so my son doesn't have it. Like there's certain tests that they do. But you did this to him. You did this to him. This is her saying that she would keep him off. This is way before the whole streaming thing. She just says things for the meantime, like, oh, I'm gonna keep him off. No, you don't. But you don't keep him off. You take him with you as a prop. And it's not right. We're gonna listen to this right quick. I don't feel bad for her. I'm sorry. I feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for her. So let me show y'all the video, okay? Of her talking about her son and claiming like there's nothing wrong with her kid.
You're doing.
He's great. He's growing.
Amen.
I've been keeping him off the internet on purpose. So, just give him his privacy for him. I mean, I'll show him, but I don't know. I just like to prove everybody wrong.
Why do you want to prove us wrong, sis? Why do you want to prove us wrong? Why? We see it. Mind you, this is way before this whole streaming thing. Her having him on the stream. She been said she was going to keep him off the internet and still put him on the internet.
Yeah.
Because I believe in Jesus, and I believe, like, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with my son. So.
I'm going to bring that back. There's nothing wrong with my son. Y'all don't think Chrisean is in denial? I think that Chrisean knows she did this to her kid. I truly feel like Chrisean knows she did this to her son. But admitting that? Admit you're a shit mom. She would never admit that. There's no accountability whatsoever. I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus too, but you got to help Jesus help you. Okay? Like the Bible is you know, like people like read the Bible and they take it for granted almost, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can go out and do all this bullshit. You can go out and do all these things. And then when people start to like get on and you can be like, oh, I believe in Jesus. I believe in this. Great. But what are you doing to help him to help you? What are you doing to help him to help you? Are you bringing Junior to a doctor that can give him all these tests to, you know, make sure when he grows up, things aren't harder for him? You know what I'm saying? Are you putting the effort? Because God sees all. Are you putting the effort to make sure your son gets every single thing he needs? That's how God works. He has to see you doing it, and then he gonna jump in and he gonna give you the push. He gonna give you the little, oh baby, I see that. Pow, I got you right there. You can't just sit on your ass, drink Hennessy bottles to the head and do drugs and be like, oh, I believe in God and God gonna help me and God gonna help my son and ain't nothing wrong with him. It don't work like that, baby. You gotta help him help you, honey. Help him help you.
Nothing wrong with my son, so.
There's nothing wrong with my son.
How do you handle the media scrutiny? You know, when you were posting your child, everybody wants to come at you about your parenting style. And how did you handle that or shut that out?
I went live. I talked like I popped my and I was crying and stuff, but that's just me being vulnerable and transparent.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when I got locked up, I had three months to reset my mental.
The tears don't bother me no more. I used to look at Chrisean and get sad for her, right? I literally, y'all, I used to blame Blue for everything. I was one of those people that was blaming Blue for everything. Why he do her like that? Why he da-da-da? Like, he seems like the guy that like calls her types of name, beat her ass, and then like call her and be like, I love you, da-da-da. Like, why he does it? She takes no accountability whatsoever, nieces and nephews. None. I don't feel bad for her. She still feels like there's something wrong with her kid.
Everything. I don't even think I was mentally ready. I think I was ready because I love hard. But I was broken. And I felt like I had nothing left. So.
Love your kid hard. How about that? How about that? I'm sorry. I don't feel nothing no more. Nothing. And this is an older clip. Nothing no more. She back on her bullshit. Chrisean would say things and cry on camera and this and this and this and make people just feel so bad for her. And then she'd be back on her bullshit. Nothing. I feel nothing whatsoever. Nothing. At all. At all. All right, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about this video, right? Let me know. If a doctor came to you and told you, hey, look, you need to have a C-section. You should have a C-section, right? If not, because you have chlamydia, your child could go blind. Your child could catch chlamydia in the eye. What would you do? Would you choose your child over your body? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Ciao.
Look at me. Do I look like I care? Look, just take it. Do I look like I... Look at me. Look, no, Sharice, look at me.